Welcome to our home. And I like to have flowers, but since it's November, there aren't so many flowers in my garden. But guess what? This beautiful Christmas cactus decided to bloom, and it's so pretty. It blooms about 3 times a year, and it's just so glorious. It's right in our living room. And I also have a red one that bloomed last week, and I just love them so much. All right. So Barry, you come back.
Okay, I'll be right there.
As you can tell, I love flowers. I love beauty, the beauty of nature so much. All right. So we are continuing on with our little series. And this is a series of these valuable gems and lessons that we got from these 5 very important people in our lives from the ages of 26 to 32. Just so much. So today we're going to talk about this man from India, Baba Haridas. Baba Haridas grew up and lived in India, and as part of his yogi practice, he stopped talking at some point, and he only wrote on a little chalkboard about maybe as big as my hand, and amazing wisdom would come through him in just a few words, sometimes a sentence, but usually not more than that. And because we moved to Santa Cruz at the same time that he did, actually he was influential in our moving here, he was not that well known, and we got to visit him every week. And we would sit on his bed and we'd have these amazing times, just the 3 of us. And one of the things he was extremely interested in, because when we lived in Los Angeles for 2 years, we were part of a gay community. We're not gay. We were the only straight people, but everyone else was gay. And he found that so fascinating, and he wanted to know everything. And he was constantly asking us questions because he really wanted to understand and love more deeply. So I feel that we gave to him as much as he, or maybe we gave to him, I don't know as much, but he gave a tremendous amount to us. So he would ask us these little questions. And one day he said, "When will you have a baby?" And we went into this whole thing. We were 28, and we were like, I don't think we're going to. You know, we had been together for 8 years. Our relationship was really, really beautiful. We'd come to a place where we, were in harmony, and it was just really great. And plus, we had tried living with someone before, and it was just an absolute disaster. We figured, having a baby is like having someone else in your home. We don't really want that.
A stranger.
I felt like, who wants that? And he looked at us for the longest time, and he wrote, just so simple, life is about change. Your lives will change anyway. Isn't that a beautiful thing? That we can't cling to a certain way just because we've gotten secure. We have to really open our arms to change. And of course, he was 100% right. We went on to have our first child, and then our second child, and then our third child. And our 3 children have blessed us enormously in growth, in our spiritual growth. Change. So I was also this morning remembering a time, this was actually before we were with Baba Haridas, and we had always lived we always knew what the next day was going to bring. We were in school for the longest time. There's high school, and then there's college, and then Barry was in medical school, and I was in graduate school. And we always knew what the next day was going to be, and it was school. And then when we were 20, maybe 27, Barry decided, this is enough. I don't want to be in school anymore. I've just had enough. I want to travel for a whole year. You know, I'm a tourist person. My home is, I'm not like Barry at all. I like my home. And he said, you know, we have this little VW bus. We can put a dresser in there. We can put a bed. I can hook up a little stove and refrigerator, and we'll be fine. We'll bring our dog, and we'll just travel. We'll just go all over the place. He was so excited, and I was not. I was scared.
Why did you do it?
So I love you. Well, am I going to be by myself?
You could have said no.
It did. I could have.
Yeah.
I could have, in retrospect, but I didn't. And I remember I had to, you know, there's all this stuff. I had to go to the bank and close some accounts. You know, there's things that you have to do when you're leaving a city and you're not going to be there anymore. And I was waiting for the bank teller, feeling so insecure. I could just burst into tears. And, you know, every once in a while I get the inner voice comes to me so strong. And the inner voice came to me and said, I will be with you. Think of that. I will be with you. There's no place where we can go where we're really truly alone, because this beautiful presence of God will always be with us, no matter what change we make. I will be with you. So those are the things that I want you to remember for this week, that change is inevitable, and it's beautiful, and that we're never alone. This beautiful presence of God goes with us. And we had an amazing year. It was probably one of my harder years, but we had an amazing, amazing year. And I was grateful to be back in a home again. I went because I love you, Barry.
And maybe you also felt the inner guidance, you know, that there was something, maybe it's going to be hard, but it's good. Yeah.
Perhaps.
One of my actual favorite quotes is, there's only one constant thing in the universe, and that is change. I like that quote. You know, we have to trust. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard to change. You know, we get so comfortable in our habits. I have a little story about Baba Haridas too. The first time we met him, which was another miracle, we sat down, and the first thing he did, the first thing he wrote was, to me, where's your wedding ring? And I went through all this excuses and explanations and rationalizations why I don't wear a ring, and he just wrote on his little chalkboard, you need her more than she needs you. And it kind of blew my mind, because I had been fighting all my life against needing anyone, you know, feeling that was a sign of such weakness, to need someone, to need love. And yet the little boy inside of me was desperately needing love, needing you. And, you know, he just, within minutes, you know, he just blew my mind and allowed me to change. So I want to share a song that I wrote about just trusting God, trusting the universe, trusting change, really, trusting what we're guided to do, even if it's hard, like traveling for a year.
Did you start wearing your wedding ring?
Yes, he said, wear your wedding ring.
As a reminder.
It will help you. And so then I wore it for A long time.
Sometimes. Most of the time.
Okay. So this is God, help me to trust you more. Help me to trust the universe, the goodness of the universe. Help me to trust you more. Help me knock upon your door. Let my wave kiss your shore. Oh God, help me to trust you more. Feel your love right in my core. Thy will be done, O Lord. Once I was just a child who roamed the woods and felt the ground. Then my heart was free. I trusted you, and peace I found. Oh God, help me to trust you more. Help me knock upon your door. Let my wave kiss your shore. Oh God, help me to trust you more. Feel your love right in my core. Thy will be done, O Lord. Now I am a man who tries too hard to understand. Now I yearn for trust, and I need you to understand. Whoa, God, help me to trust you more. Help me to trust you more. Help me to trust you more. Oh God, help me to trust you more. Help me to trust you more. Help me to trust you more. Oh God, help me to trust you more. Help me to trust you more. Thy will be done, O Lord. So close your eyes and just sink into trust. Trusting all the changes in your life. Trusting that we are actually guided and helped along the way by great beings of infinite love. Great Spirit, help us all to just trust more. All right. Thank you. Open your eyes. Thank you so much.
So your practice this week is to trust in the changes and to trust that that you're not alone, that this beautiful, beautiful presence of love goes with you and helps you. All right, so we have a request. We need your help. We've been doing these little videos for 3 years. It's a complete gift. I mean, we don't get paid or anything for these. It's something that we're doing from our whole heart. And so for this one time, we're also asking for your help because we have our brand new book is out as of 1 week ago, and it's on Amazon now. And we would really like you to purchase one of our books from Amazon, and then as soon as possible, write some kind of review. A lot of people don't write reviews because they feel they're not very eloquent, they don't know what to say. All you have to say is like, I really enjoyed this book. I recommend this book.
Yeah, but don't write the review until you read it and actually enjoyed it. If you don't like it, you don't have to write a review.
Well, I would disagree, Barry, because if you're like I take forever to read a book. So even if you read the beginning of it and you like it, go ahead and put a review on because it's so important. People don't buy books unless there's at least 12 reviews. And right now, we don't really have any. So it would really, really help us a lot. And Barry, why don't you just share the title?
Yeah. It's called A Couple of Miracles. One couple, more than a few miracles. Because all of our other books, we would consider them more like self-help, how-to books with important principles to understand. This book is our story, and we've never told our whole story and all the miracles that guided us to who we are, really. So some of it is pretty exciting, like some of the miracles are big miracles, like narrowly surviving the 1989 earthquake was a big miracle. But there's so many other miracles that we realize it's just how, and we're all guided. We're all just so beautifully guided. But we truly put everything in this book, and we know that you will really, really enjoy it.
So the purpose is not just to tell about the miracles about our life, but to inspire people to look upon their lives and see all the amazing miracles. So we're really sincerely asking for your help. It will bless us so much.
Yeah. So it's, if you have a way to read a Kindle ebook, you can save a lot of money. It's only under $7, but the paperback is also available too.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
And we have to have a kiss because we always we have to end this with a kiss. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching these videos and for loving us.